Okay, today we're going to work on 3.7 as we get to compare fractions and order them. I'm going to give you two ways to compare fractions. Why would we want to compare fractions and order them? What's your thought here? Yes, sir. So that mathematics skill of fractions, math skill, fractions, and when we can make comparisons, we're working on what's called our number sense. Okay, just understanding that this is, you were going to say that? Your memory is so good. Okay. Two ways to look at this, okay? And I need eyes here. I got a lot of eyes down. Those squishies, guys, the squishies, they're going to go into my pocket. Just any squishies that I see if they're a distraction, okay? So I need eyes. Let me hit pause because I need to look at what we call benchmarks. Anybody remember what I've said about benchmarks? Remember what I said about benchmarks? Yeah, it's like your markers basically, sort of like your road map or road markers, okay? So let's say we have, these are both below 1, okay? So let's say this number line is the 0, the 1/2, and the 1 whole are sort of our benchmarks here, okay? If I was to look at this, I feel like maybe 1/5 is feels like it's kind of close to 0. Would you agree? And then I feel like 3/8 is kind of close to 1/2 because I know 4/8 is 1/2, right? So that's one way to do this is with benchmarks in this comparison. Does everybody feel okay about that? Okay. Let me give you another example of this. So I'm going to kind of make this one up. Too much. There we go. Let me give you another example of this, like 5/7, right? Is that greater or less than 1/2? What's your thought? It would be greater than 1/2 because the half mark would be about 3.5 over 7, right? We've talked about. So we can automatically say, like, we know 3/8 is less than 1/2. We know 5/7 is greater than 1/2. If we were to compare those, we would find that 5/7 is greater of the two. Everybody okay with that comparison in that way? All right, I'm going to show you some magic with fractions now. Fractions are really, really cool. No, not clone. Cut. Okay. Here's something I noticed about these two fractions. You guys remember when we talked about like multiples, right? And this is that number sense in my mind. I know that a multiple of both of these numbers is 40. If you counted by 5s up to 5, 10, 15, all the way up to 40, everybody knows that, right? I also know you can do 8. 8 times 5 is 40. In fact, in my mind now, I'm looking at 8 times 5. I want to write these a little different. I'm looking at 8 times 5. All right, let's try this. So I've got 1, yes, 1/5 and 3/8. We're going to do, I want to build what's called a common denominator. What do you think common denominator means? Yes, sir. A basic denominator, yes, but think of this word common. What does common mean? Okay, so I like that thought, one that you would see a whole lot. Denominator, I like that. What's your thought, sir? That's true. Let me simplify this for you. A common denominator is when you come up with the same denominator. Okay? So, like, what do we have in common? Like, when you say it that way, what do we have in common? It means what do we have that's the same, right? Does that make sense to everybody? How you would find a common denominator. We'll talk about it. So now I've got 8/40ths and 15/40ths. Which one's greater? This one or this one? This one? How is 8 greater than 15? Right? 15 is greater. It's the same amount. So it's just like, right? We're comparing it like this. The denominators are the same. We call it a common denominator. It's just now we're looking at different numerators. 15 is greater than 8, right? 15 shaded is greater than 40. Our understanding of this